In this video we are gonna review the Galaxy Watch 6. Playing around with the bezel underscored how much we really missed it last year. Its bezel is intuitive it is to use. Even the biggest smartwatch displays are still pretty small, and the way wearable apps are designed it involves a lot of scrolling. The rotating bezel gives you more control over the speed and it's very forgiving compared to the digital bezel. With the touch bezel you have to be more precise. Your finger also has to travel around the whole screen, whereas you can just sort of stay in place with the physical bezel, and because it's physical it's immune to sweaty fingers or gloves. Samsung hits a new stride with the Galaxy Watch 6. If 2021's Galaxy Watch 4 represented a new start not just for Samsung but also for Google's then stagnant Wear OS platform, then the Galaxy Watch 6 feels like a deliverance of what both parties originally set out to do 2 years ago. Not only has Samsung's hardware been refined to present what is arguably the most confident-looking Galaxy Watch to date, but the much-needed refresh that was Wear OS 3 has now been refined into the even more impressive Wear OS 4. It's not a perfect pairing mind, and while there are plenty of things that can be improved going forward, the Galaxy Watch 6 is easily Samsung's best smartwatch since the Galaxy Watch 4. Here's our verdict. If people struggled to pinpoint exactly what was new about the Galaxy Watch 5, the same cannot be said for the Galaxy Watch 6, as you'll notice its biggest change the moment you turn it on. Gone are the bulky bezels of old, reduced by 30% alongside a 20% increase in screen size to fill the space. It's a tad difficult to gauge the full impact of this change unless you hold the Galaxy Watch 6 in your hands, but the larger screen just makes the watch feel more complete, just like the Apple Watch 7 did when it made greater use of its own available space. Watch faces look better. It's now easier to read the information on the watch, and there are fewer chances of accidentally touching something you didn't mean to on the screen. Plus, the display itself is as bright as ever, which makes it incredibly easy to read outdoors. While the screen has had a notable changeover last year, the same cannot be said for the Watch 6 design, but that's no bad thing. The most recent Galaxy watches have been some of the best-looking smartwatches around, and that continues here with smooth surfaces all round and 2 low-key push buttons on the right-hand side that strictly adhere to the minimalist philosophy. The Galaxy Watch 6 will launch with One UI 5 watch, and that's going to come with a bunch of new updates like the ability to check sleep tracking details from the wrist, a new sleep mode, heart rate phones and improved emergency SOS features. There's also going to be a new thermo check app, where you can use the infrared sensor to check the temperature of your surroundings. It's hardly ideal and nowhere near as seamless as what Apple can offer. One thing that can't be leveled against the Galaxy Watch 6 though is any complaints about speed. Thanks to the new Exynos W930 chipset, everything from scrolling through menus to jumping into apps runs smoothly,